Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into the peculiarities of British culture. From the royal family to their love of queuing, the Brits have a knack for things that might leave the rest of the world scratching their heads. Join me as we uncover 20 British things that often leave the rest of the world bewildered. Let's delve into the enigmatic world of the British royal family. From their opulent ceremonies to their intricate customs, this centuries-old institution remains a source of fascination worldwide. The regal splendor of Buckingham Palace and the historic significance of the Tower of London stand as enduring symbols of the UK's cultural legacy. The royal family's impact extends beyond mere symbolism, with their presence in contemporary British society sparking debates and scrutiny. Their involvement in international diplomacy and philanthropy shapes both the nation's identity and its global image. However, the intricacies of their hierarchical structure, the protocols governing their interactions, and the significance of their various titles and roles often confound outsiders, presenting a complex tradition that has persisted through the ages. The British and their penchant for weather-related discussions. Rain or shine, the Brits have mastered the art of complaining about the weather, making it an integral part of their daily conversations. The unpredictable nature of British weather, infamous for its rapid changes from sun to rain, has instilled a habit of discussing the weather at every opportunity. This peculiar national pastime serves as a means of bonding and often acts as an icebreaker in social interactions. The British take pride in their resilience against the elements, with phrases like, "typical British weather," serving as a testament to their ability to endure the ever-changing climate. Moreover, weather-related small talk influences various aspects of British life, from fashion choices to event planning and even the collective mood of the nation. Let's explore the enduring British affection for crisps. Whether it's the classic salt and vinegar or the unconventional prawn cocktail flavor, the British approach their crisp obsession with fervor. A stroll through a British supermarket reveals a wide array of crisp varieties, from the conventional to the peculiar. This crisp culture reflects the nation's culinary innovation and adventurous spirit, elevating the humble snack to an art form. From traditional fish and chips-inspired flavors to exotic combinations like roasted chicken and thyme, the British crisp market continuously pushes the boundaries of taste and creativity. This passion for crisps transcends social settings, from casual gatherings to sophisticated events, where a thoughtfully selected array of crisps symbolizes the host's refined taste. The British crisp obsession underscores the nation's penchant for indulgence and represents a vibrant aspect of their culinary identity. The British and their commitment to queuing. No matter the circumstance, they find solace in patiently waiting in line, often transforming it into a social ritual. Queuing in Britain symbolizes civility, orderliness, and unwritten social etiquette. It reflects societal cohesion and respect for one another's time, fostering fairness and equality in a fast-paced world. The queue often fosters impromptu conversations and fleeting connections, where strangers exchange friendly banter or moments of camaraderie. This dedication to queuing etiquette garners admiration from visitors, showcasing the British commitment to maintaining orderly queues, even in chaotic situations, across bus stops and popular attractions. The British queuing culture reveals a sense of discipline and mutual respect, offering insight into the nation's unique values and social norms. The quintessential British teatime culture is a rich tapestry of refined traditions and social rituals. The careful preparation of a proper cup of tea, accompanied by delicate teaware and pastries, symbolizes British elegance and hospitality. Tea time fosters community and conviviality, allowing friends and family to savor not just the flavors but also the warmth of shared moments and cherished traditions. This cultural reverence for tea time serves as a cornerstone of British identity, reflecting an appreciation for life's finer aspects and a commitment to preserving cherished customs that captivate and inspire people worldwide. But now, let's talk about the British tradition of lighting up the skies with fireworks every November in commemoration of the foiled gunpowder plot. Guy Fawkes Night is a spectacle that leaves many non-Brits puzzled yet intrigued. This annual celebration, marked by dazzling firework displays and bonfires, has its roots in the thwarted 17th-century plot to assassinate King James I. The event's vibrant festivities often include effigies of Guy Fawkes being tossed into the flames, serving as a symbolic reenactment of the plot's failure. While the historical significance of the event may elude international observers, the modern-day revelry and sense of community fostered during this occasion reflect the British spirit of resilience and unity in the face of adversity. The infamous drunk kebab fix. It's almost a rite of passage for partygoers in Britain, seeking that greasy, late-night salvation after a night of revelry. This post-party tradition often involves indulging in a hearty kebab, laden with various meats, sauces, and vegetables, providing a satisfying end to a night of festivities. The greasy delight not only serves as a culinary remedy for the effects of alcohol but also embodies a communal experience, with late-night kebab shops serving as informal meeting spots for those seeking post-party sustenance and camaraderie. This quirky yet beloved culinary ritual exemplifies the British knack for finding comfort in the unpretentious and the familiar, uniting partygoers in their quest for that perfect greasy fix. Another peculiar British habit is the tradition of buying drinks in rounds. It's a social practice that fosters camaraderie but can confuse those unfamiliar with the concept. The ritual of buying drinks in rounds reflects the British emphasis on social bonding and collective enjoyment, with each member of the group taking turns to purchase beverages for the entire party. This communal approach to drinking not only encourages inclusivity and conviviality but also serves as a display of generosity and friendship. However, for those unaccustomed to this practice, navigating the etiquette of buying drinks in rounds can be a perplexing experience, as the unspoken rules and expectations may vary depending on the social setting and the dynamics of the group. Marmite, a spread that elicits either love or hate. The British seem to have an unwavering dedication to this divisive condiment, leaving the rest of the world wondering what the fuss is all about. This iconic yeast extract, known for its distinctive strong and salty flavor, has become a staple on British breakfast tables, evoking a sense of nostalgia and culinary tradition. The act of spreading Marmite on toast or incorporating it into savory dishes represents more than just a preference for a particular condiment. It embodies a cultural identity and a sense of belonging, with Marmite often evoking fond memories of childhood and home-cooked meals. While its polarizing taste may bewilder those unaccustomed to its unique profile, Marmite remains a quintessential British pantry essential, symbolizing the nation's unwavering commitment to its culinary heritage and distinct palate. Now, let's dive into the world of British pudding. With its myriad of sweet and savory variations, the concept of pudding in Britain often leaves outsiders befuddled. The term pudding, in British culinary parlance, encompasses a diverse range of desserts, from the classic spotted dick to the indulgent sticky toffee pudding, each boasting its own rich history and regional variations. The British have elevated pudding to a culinary art form, celebrating its role in both everyday meals and festive occasions. The sheer variety of pudding options, often categorized by their ingredients, textures, and preparation methods, reflects the nation's penchant for culinary innovation and creativity. However, navigating the intricacies of British pudding terminology and identifying the subtle differences between pudding types can prove to be a daunting task for those unfamiliar with the nuances of this beloved dessert culture. The rich tapestry of British regional accents. From the posh received pronunciation to the distinctive lilt of the Geordie dialect, the diversity of British accents can be a delightful yet perplexing experience for non-natives. The UK's compact geographical landscape harbours a multitude of distinct regional accents, each bearing its own unique characteristics, intonations, and idiosyncrasies. These accents serve as markers of cultural identity and heritage, reflecting the rich history and regional diversity that define the British Isles. While these accents contribute to the vibrancy and cultural richness of the nation, they can pose a challenge for outsiders attempting to navigate the nuances of British dialects and understand the subtle linguistic variations that distinguish one region from another. We can't overlook the British tendency to apologise excessively, even when they're not at fault. It's a cultural quirk that often leaves the rest of the world puzzled yet charmed. The British proclivity for apologising serves as a demonstration of politeness, empathy, and a desire to maintain harmonious social interactions. Apologising is deeply ingrained in British social etiquette, serving as a means of diffusing tense situations, acknowledging minor inconveniences, and displaying empathy towards others. While this frequent use of apologies may seem peculiar to those from cultures with different communication norms, it embodies the British commitment to courtesy and consideration for others, reflecting a cultural value that prioritizes social harmony and respect. Next, let's discuss the curious tradition of barristers donning wigs in British courts. This centuries-old practice continues to raise eyebrows outside the UK, sparking curiosity and sometimes amusement. The wearing of wigs by barristers in British courts traces its origins to the 17th century, serving as a symbol of formality, tradition, and the solemnity of the legal profession. While the practice has evolved over the years, with some courts gradually phasing out the requirement, the sight of barristers adorned in elaborate wigs remains a peculiar and distinctive feature of the British legal system. This sartorial tradition not only lends an air of gravitas and authority to legal proceedings but also reflects the reverence for tradition and decorum within the British legal framework, albeit one that often elicits a mix of fascination and amusement from those unfamiliar with this unique aspect of British legal culture. The rarity of air conditioning in British homes and public spaces is a phenomenon that often puzzles visitors, especially during the rare heat waves that the country occasionally experiences. The temperate climate of the UK, characterised by mild summers and cool winters, has historically rendered the need for air conditioning minimal. As a result, the prevalence of air conditioning systems in British homes and establishments remains relatively low compared to countries with more extreme climates. While the occasional heat wave may prompt some to seek refuge in air-conditioned spaces, the general absence of air conditioning in British daily life underscores the nation's adaptability to fluctuating temperatures and its reliance on alternative cooling methods, such as fans and open windows, to combat the sporadic heat spells. In Britain, the cherished bank holidays often bewilder those from other countries. The UK's calendar boasts various holidays that commemorate historical, cultural, and religious events. From Christmas and Easter to Remembrance Day, these breaks allow Britons to relax, celebrate, and contemplate. Observing these holidays not only gives people a break from work but also fosters a sense of national identity and unity as communities come together to participate in various festivities and traditions. This abundance of bank holidays in Britain reflects the nation's dedication to honouring its heritage and embracing the cultural significance of these special occasions. Now, let's talk about the British preference for unrefrigerated eggs, a practice that might raise eyebrows among those accustomed to keeping their eggs chilled. Unlike some countries where refrigeration of eggs is the norm, the British tradition of storing eggs at room temperature stems from the fact that fresh eggs, with a natural protective coating, can be safely kept outside the refrigerator for a short period. This cultural norm reflects a long-standing practice that has been passed down through generations, emphasizing the freshness and quality of eggs sourced from local farms and markets. While the concept of unrefrigerated eggs may initially appear unorthodox to those unfamiliar with this culinary custom, it represents the British commitment to preserving the natural integrity of their food and honoring traditional methods of food storage that have stood the test of time. The issue of separate hot and cold water taps in British sinks is a long-standing quirk, perplexing many. Stemming from a historical architectural design dating back to the Victorian era, this preference persists despite causing inconvenience. Despite the occasional challenge it poses, separate water taps remain a vital part of British domestic life, embodying nostalgia, functionality, and cultural heritage that intrigues visitors worldwide. Mr. Blobby, the eccentric pink character from the 90s, reflects the quirky British humour. Rising to fame on the show, Noel's House Party, he became an iconic figure in British pop culture, representing the nation's love for the unconventional in entertainment. Despite his unconventional charm, Mr. Blobby serves as a nostalgic reminder of an era of offbeat television that captivates audiences, young and old. The British are known for their unique, often self-deprecating humour, ranging from dry wit to absurd comedy. Characterised by subtlety, irony, and clever wordplay, this comedic style finds expression in various media forms, resonating globally by offering a refreshing perspective on life's absurdities. Last but not least, the British practice of keeping their washing machines in the kitchen. This architectural quirk often confounds visitors from countries where washing machines are typically found in dedicated laundry rooms. The integration of washing machines into the kitchen space reflects the UK's historical housing layout, where compact living spaces and pragmatic design solutions have shaped domestic arrangements over the years. While this arrangement may appear unconventional to those accustomed to separate laundry areas, it represents a practical approach to optimizing limited living space and streamlining household chores. The coexistence of washing machines alongside kitchen appliances speaks to the British emphasis on functionality and efficiency, highlighting a unique aspect of British home design that embodies a balance between pragmatism and adaptability. And there you have it. 20 British things that might leave the rest of the world scratching their heads. But isn't that what makes British culture so intriguing and unique? Let me know in the comments which of these quirks surprised you the most. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more quirky insights into global cultures. Until next time, cheers and ta-ta.